ICON has spent 2018 laying the foundation for its protocol and forging relationships that will hyperconnect the world. From universities, city governments, insurance agencies, and many more, we're going to find out exactly how ICON is paving the way for real-life blockchain adoption in 2019, as well as how its multiple partnerships with major corporations such as Samsung will work in connecting the entire world. Coming up. If this is your first time here and you want to learn all about cryptocurrencies, start now by subscribing and clicking on the bell so you don't miss anything. It's pretty clear, ICON currently dominates major industries in South Korea with no real competition. It has partnerships with two of the largest banks in Korea. In healthcare, it is partnered with the largest healthcare blockchain consortium as well as the insurance consortium backed by the government's Ministry of Science. And finally, Chain ID, which is powered by Loopchain, used by the Capital Markets Consortium consisting of 27 security firms, as well as Samsung Electronics, which have pledged to incorporate Chain ID technology to Samsung Pass. But more on that a little bit later. Building a blockchain can be as easy as copying and pasting code. The true challenge is building a network. This year, ICON is one of the only platforms that have already secured and built networks in the necessary industries. Over 100 businesses have partnered with ICON. For 2019, ICON will focus on governance through staking rewards. This means users will soon be able to stake their ICX to earn rewards. ICON currently has more than 100 full-time employees working on the project. This makes them the largest blockchain developer base in Korea. ICON's enterprise blockchain implementation Loopchain is one of the oldest and largest operating blockchain networks in the world. It has been used for over 2 years by some of the largest and most reputable companies of major industries in Korea, including Samsung Securities. With a lot of crypto projects on the edge of bankruptcy due to the bear market, ICON's financials remain healthy. They even managed to expand to a much larger and better office space capable of supporting up to 470 people. At the time of their ICO, ICON's ICX token sale raised close to 75,000 Ethereum. After the post-Ethereum crash adjustments, the team still holds around $5 million worth in Ethereum reserves. In addition, being part of Daily Financial, the largest fintech company in Korea, and ICON Loop being a for-profit business since 2016 means that ICON has had an income stream well before all the ICO madness. ICON's goals to connect South Korea and its blockchain-powered ecosystem are gaining momentum. Recently, at the Blockchain International Festival, ICON demonstrated the three main components of its blockchain ecosystem. Since South Korea aims to be cashless in the next several years, they need a system to ID people rather than carrying ID cards like we do. The blockchain ID is an easy way for users to fill out their details and transfer the ICON ID card to their mobile phone. Blockchain Vote is a voting system created as a part of ICON Loop's collaboration with the Korean government to build the next generation election system. Finally, ICON blockchain S-coin payments will enable users to transact cash-free and quickly. The users will be required to scan a QR code on the product, which will transfer all the details of the product onto the app. If 2017 and early 2018 were seen as the years of the ICO, then 2019 could very well be the year for the STO. Security token offerings could be especially big for the Korean crypto industry, and as the biggest blockchain platform in Korea, ICON will be leading the way. ICON will provide a platform for security token offerings. Users will be able to launch security tokens utilizing ICON-S 2.0, equipped with a graphical user interface and legal guidance. It looks like Icon is ready to take on industry heavyweights like Binance with their own exchange. Icon already has a working wallet called ICONX. On top of this, they have also released the Icon Tracker, which performs the functions of a block explorer for Icon's native token ICX. The new decentralized exchange will allow customers to exchange ICX and IRC2 tokens on a completely peer-to-peer basis. All operations on the centralized exchange will be performed using smart contracts. The new decentralized identification service system will work directly on Icon's mobile dApp. This will allow users to store and use their personal data without the interference of any centralized systems. It will also look to protect user data from threats like falsification and duplication. Icon is looking to start new partnerships with companies to create dApps for its public blockchain ecosystem. It is specifically looking for companies who operate in the business-to-consumer and business-to-business markets. Partnerships will be governed through the newly established Loopchain Alliance program, aka Icon Lab 100, which aims to jointly develop enterprise blockchain solutions with 100 companies and startups in the fields such as biometric identification, certification issuance, and payments. Decentralization is one of the core principles of Icon's governance. Icon Census is a journey toward mass adoption of blockchain consisting of 4 key items: the election of P-reps to decentralize the network, the election of C-reps to support interchain communication, ongoing dApp booster programs to fund and promote quality decentralized applications, and finally, ecosystem expansion projects to incentivize activities that grow the entire Icon ecosystem. Icon will have its community elect 22 P-reps nodes, which will take on the distributed responsibility of preserving the Icon network, producing and verifying blocks, validating transactions, as well as proposing and voting on network policy changes. Essentially, they will be driving the growth of the Icon ecosystem. The P-rep pre-registration has officially started. During September 2019, Icon will see worthy P-reps registered on the blockchain. Finally, Q4 of 2019 is seen as the timeline when the Icon network will be handed over to P-reps, signaling the genesis moment of the decentralized Icon blockchain. Since the P-rep election is run by the community and for the community, the overall process is powered by icon.community. Iconists can register as a candidate, browse the candidate list by region, and follow the latest news. So make sure you check out the icon.community website. Line is an Asian internet giant with over 200 million active users and the most popular internet messenger social networking application in Japan. Line and Icon announced a joint venture called Unchained, which aims to deploy various decentralized applications and its blockchain mainnet on the Icon blockchain protocol. The Icon team has stated that this could lead to hundreds of millions of users of Line potentially utilizing the Icon blockchain on a daily basis to access dApps. The fact that Line is owned by Naver, an internet giant which is essentially the Google of South Korea, cannot be ignored. Naver handles 74.7% of all web searches in South Korea and has 42 million enrolled users worldwide. So we talked about how Icon has established itself as the #1 blockchain protocol in South Korea. Now, let's talk about another South Korean tech giant called Samsung and how both of these powerhouses are working together. The Samsung Galaxy S10 early phone leaks have shocked the crypto world when it was revealed that the brand new flagship smartphone will feature an inbuilt cryptocurrency wallet. Samsung Galaxy smartphones are among the most popular in the world. With Samsung integrating cryptocurrency to the Galaxy S10, it may have an even bigger impact than the ETF and BACT combined. mostly because no one really knows what kind of exposure an ETF will bring to the crypto world. Meanwhile, hundreds of millions of people use Samsung phones daily. In order to understand the Icon and Galaxy S10 connection, we first need to break down the partnership between Icon and Samsung. In 2018, an MOU was signed between Icon Loop and Samsung Electronics, in which Samsung pledged to use Chain ID for Samsung Pass. Samsung Pass is the default biometric identification system found on every Samsung phone. It is used by Samsung phone users several times a day for online payments, logins, signatures, and even phone unlocks. This would mean that in the future, Chain ID and Icon Loop's ID service would serve every Samsung Galaxy phone. Coincidence? When Chain ID connects to the public Icon network through the use of ICX tokens and interoperability is enabled, Chain ID immediately expands its use case to almost every imaginable interaction. Our personal identity is at the core of every interaction we make, whether we're visiting a hospital, making an insurance claim, checking into work, or shopping online. If we connect the dots, we can assume Icon Loop's Chain ID will see real-world consumer use as a result of Samsung Pass integration very soon. By securing a partnership with a giant like Samsung, Icon have positioned themselves as the premier enterprise blockchain in Korea. This is the birth of Icon's network effect, the true value of a blockchain. Make sure you're subscribed and like this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.